Hey everyone, this is Hill Street Soul, and you're tuned in to the core with the Millennial Coach, discussing topics on real life. Check it out. Everywhere you go, don't forget the ghetto. Listen to the core.
What's up, people? I am back with part 3 of being the CEO of your life. So we've spoken, if you listen to part 1, we've spoken about intrinsic values. Part 2, we've spoken about shame. And part 3, I'm going to talk about vulnerability. And I'm still going to talk around the work of the wonderful Dr. I call her Doctor. I don't know if she is a doctor yet, but Brené Brown, she's amazing. But before I do, remember we've got a hot topic. So my hot topic is this. I'm not ready to be called auntie. So the other day, right, I was getting into my car. This lovely young man walks past and goes, "Auntie, I love your shades." So I was wearing these Celine square shades, right? They're really cool. Then he says, "You're so beautiful." And I wanted to slap him. At this stage, I appreciate the compliment, but I'm not ready. My nephew's is the oldest is 15. Like, unless you're 15 and younger, do not call me auntie, okay? Do not, if you want to stay alive. Appreciate the compliment, though. That was really sweet. Thank you. But my hot topic is, I'm gonna, as Wiz Khalifa sang, I'm like forever young, mate. Like, this is not going to age disgracefully. This is going to be aging gracefully. And I'm not ready for the auntie phase. You know, I just bought an Averex hoodie the other day, right? So I'm still trying to stay young, fresh. Oh, so imagine me and Nas, right, wearing matching Mr. and Mrs. hoodies. Like, you know, I've moved on from Shannon. Like, you know what I mean? You know, the rock's taken. So what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do, people? Right. So we're trying to find me a man. We need to locate me a husband. Like, I'm ready like Freddie. So I'm just putting it out there, like Shannon Sharp, Nas. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but when you came to London and you and Wu-Tang were performing, you didn't invite me to the after party that Shorty Blitz was DJing at. And Shorty, on top of that, why didn't I get invited? You see all these people we grew up with, they're not even hollering at us anymore. Like, they're just too big. So don't worry, I'm coming for both of you, Nas, Shorty. Anyway, we're talking about vulnerability. Now, this was something years and years ago. This struck me with an interview. And you know, Oprah, Auntie O, after you stopped your show, man, my life got ruined. Because your show saved my life. Like, I learned a lot. You were my personal coach, Oprah. But when I've discovered so many amazing teachers through Oprah, and Brené Brown is one of them. And she said, vulnerability needs to be earned. So being the CEO of your life, why I've started with vulnerability needs to be earned is simply that you shouldn't be telling everyone your business if they haven't actually done the work to actually get that level of respect, trust, and worthiness from you. Not everybody needs to be in your business. The vulnerability is really important because when you are being vulnerable, do you know what's coming up? Is your shame, your unworthiness, your brokenness, your fear, your sadness, all of that, to actually be able to vocalize this to people or someone that you trust who's going to have your back. Do you know how powerful that is? Vulnerability needs to be earned, not just given. It's just like trust. It's just like love. You don't just hand it over and say, "Oh, this is going on in my life." But no, not everyone needs to be in your business. Not everyone needs to be in your business. But what happens when we're not vulnerable is that we become very, very numb. And because you get that disassociation. So I will be doing some, I don't know, I do this not purposefully, but purposefully, is that psychology piece of being disassociated when you're not being vulnerable, because you are trying to push a part of you away. Imagine trying to, I don't know, kick your shoe when you're walking. Do you know how uncomfortable that's going to be? You're kicking the shoe instead of putting it on, you're kicking it so you can walk. It's just nonsense. Vulnerability is powerful. And being the CEO of your life, or even being a leader in anything that you're doing, telling your team, telling your partner, I'm frightened. You know, when I have done some videos, right, with my marketing or digital marketing girl, and she said, "You're brilliant on camera. It's so much fun, and we have so much fun when we do it." And I said to her, "It's taken me 4 years because I have an inherent and high level of shyness. So I must, although I'm busting joke about all these men, if Shannon Sharp was to come in front of me, I will be giggling like a schoolgirl, not knowing what to say to him. That's what would happen. So I can do all this on camera because these people are not in front of me. But put Nas in front of me, I'll be staring at him. I would just be staring at him like I'm on drugs. Literally, like someone's put anesthetic in my body, like, and I'm just sitting there like, that's what I'll be doing, you know. But if you talk to me and then you make me laugh, you're broken the ice. So I'm just giving you guys some tips. Humor is what gets to my heart. And I'm so greedy that that's why I have to go to the gym. Because if I don't go to the gym, I won't be able to actually walk through the door to do the show. Because I honestly I would be a shocking mess. So I go to the gym purposefully because I love food. But my vulnerability is being honest. And I'm not just honest with myself, I'm honest with how people make me feel. If you don't be courageous, and these conversations are courageous when you're being vulnerable, courageous conversations are important because people need to know how to delicately handle you. You might, and the thing that I've realized, and I know a lot of people that I speak to and coach, the ones that people think are super confident and they've got it all. Do you know how insecure those people are? I'm falling off the chair. A lot of people are really insecure. Not because that and the insecurity could be based on shyness. Because I'm very shy, so I might appear insecure. And I remember I coached somebody, right? And I thought to myself, I said, they're really rude. I said, they're not rude. I said, they're actually really shy. So when they don't communicate, I had a girl said to me, when people say good morning, I don't even know what to say back to them. I was thinking to myself, I didn't understand it. But she hasn't taken control of her life. So this is why being the CEO of your life is everything. And then when I said to her, like, I remember I invited her, I was working for a broadcaster, and I invited her for lunch. I said, let's go for lunch. Let's go to the vegan place. As I said, I'm greedy. I will eat meat, non-meat. The only thing I don't like is this fake cheese. That to me is just full of chemicals. I don't even understand why they're making it vegan. Just don't do it. Like, to me, just have cheddar cheese or do that grind the cashews up like Rachel Amma, and then just create something magical, but forget that vegan cheese stuff. She said to me, I don't like to eat in different places. And I was just thinking, but you don't even know if you're going to like it. Just said to her, just give it a try. She's just the girl. She doesn't have to say good morning. She doesn't like da-da-da. And after a while, you just think to yourself, my goodness, I don't know what's happened to you, but you need to start opening up. After the lunch, she says to me, oh my God, I'm phoning my grandmother. I'm going to bring her here. It's amazing. We had an aubergine and halloumi burger to die for. So if you don't, and this is they're not asking me to do this, and they probably don't even know who I am. But Mildred's, they're in Camden, they're in King's Cross, and I don't know. No, the original store is near Carnaby Street, just round the back. So yeah, so Mildred's. I don't know if they're still doing the aubergine and halloumi burger, but my goodness, and the sweet potato fries. Ooh. So when I said to her, what is it? She goes, I don't know. I said, you do know. But what it is you've disassociated with that level of vulnerability. You've just decided to push something about you away. Remember that you are a beautiful soul. If you're watching this, It's because you want to elevate, you want to change, but you don't want to do it with such stringent rules and you have to do it like this and you have to do it like that. Let's have fun in development, in leadership, in change. Let's make it entertaining, because at the end of the day, one thing I've realized, people that are doing leaders, a lot of people, they just want to be super serious. Today I was looking at LinkedIn, right? And I was sitting there thinking, my God, no one has a laugh. So my friend posted that they're looking for fire women or firemen, right? So I said, I don't think I can apply for this because I don't think I'll be going down the pole in high heels and a ball gown. I doubt very much that anyone would like that comment. But I'm like, can we stop making LinkedIn the most serious platform on the planet? Like, has no one got a personality? Leadership isn't painful. I've worked with incredible leaders who have a great sense of humor and are amazing at business, like amazing and amazing with people. That's what business really boils down to. Leadership really boils down to how you manage, elevate, amplify, and allow people to excel through the empowerment strategies that you put in place. That's leadership. Leadership isn't do what I tell you and shut the F up. That's not what leadership is. Okay. So being a leader in your own life, what do you want your life to look like? That's my question to you. What do you want your life to look like? If you want your life to be open in a way where people can be vulnerable with you, I guarantee you have to be vulnerable with them in order for the circle to complete. Make sense? Okay. I am the Millennial Coach. I will see you in part 4 on being the CEO of your life. Peace.